Hey YouTube, what's happening? So, I know I've been a little bit sporadic and putting out videos. It's because I haven't had a lot of content that I wanted to put out, and my last couple of videos just really haven't done very well. So, I kind of wanted to talk about some things that I'm seeing in general, and kind of get your perspective on it. I'm sure I've got a wide-ranging base of people that have watched my videos. Some of them are trolls. Some of them watch them and yeah, okay, whatever. And then some of them are, you know, people who tend to watch and watch and watch. So one of the things I want to talk about is I'm really seeing some big changes. And what I mean by that is I watch a show call on here, and I'll link his page down below, called The Rubin Report with Dave Rubin. Now, Dave Rubin used to be on the Young Turks, and I love Dave. Him and I may not agree on some things, and I agree on some things. But the thing of it is he's willing to sit down and have a conversation with people that he knows he's pretty much going to disagree with. And because he's willing to do that and actually just have dialogue and take their opinions into consideration, the far left has labeled him a bigot, labeled him a conservative hack. I mean, just kicked him right out. And he is none of those things. He is a gay man, makes no bones about it, believes in abortion, and, you know, sees a place for government, and voted for Obama 2 times. And so he's not this conservative hack that they made him out to be. But because he's willing to sit down and have dialogue and conversation with people who disagree with him, and look at and be willing to look at their values and look at their character, he has been labeled a conservative or a conservative right-wing hack. And I don't get it. Like I don't understand the mentality coming from the left that you can't even have a conversation with somebody and have a genuine conversation with somebody who you disagree with without automatically being that person. And Dave's had, you know, people like Milo Yiannopoulos and Ben Shapiro and Joe Rogan. I mean, just a whole cast from right to left. He had the gal that made the red pill. Also, like I said, I'll link it down below. And some very devout Democrats and very devout conservatives and Republicans. And what's nice is he's willing to go on there, and he's not like a Sean Hannity or a you know, a CNN or MSNBC personality who is on there to prove a point, to corner you, to gotcha. He asks questions, and then he sits back and listens, and then he, you know, and gets their opinion, and you know, will challenge them a little bit, but it's very civil and very conversational and very nice. And I don't understand the reasoning behind it. I don't understand the reasoning behind the hatred and the that you just absolutely have to agree with us or you're gone, and the shutdown of ideas. And it goes into so many things, like climate change, for instance. I just watched a video where this young lady gets up in front of these people who are climate change skeptics, and she's like, how do you have any credibility? And how, you know, when 98% of all the scientists say, you know, that climate change exists. Well, the skeptics said, well, one, where's the list? If you're quoting 98%, that means somewhere there's 100%, and where's the list of the scientists so that we know, you know, what they're talking about? And also, she said the climate change skeptics said also back in the day they thought the earth was flat. Everybody thought the earth was flat. One person was like, nah, I think it's round. And everybody laughed and yelled and jeered and mocked them. And guess what? The earth's round. It's not flat. And so science is not born out of democracy. You can't just say, you know, this exists because the majority of us say it exists. Because then you could say that you know, anything doesn't exist as long as the majority say it doesn't exist. Or it doesn't exist because the majority says it doesn't exist. And so, anyway, but it just seems like there's no place for civil discord. There's no place for being able to have a conversation with people that you disagree with. You know, and I experience it in my own life. You know, I've got very liberal friends. I live in a very liberal state. And I have got very liberal friends that say, oh, he's such a great guy, except for his brain just isn't right. And it's like, you know, I would never say that about them. I would never say that. Just because they disagree doesn't mean that they're wrong and I'm right. It just means that we disagree. And there's no, you know, it used to be that the United States as a country, we could sit down and go, okay, poverty's an issue, gangs are an issue, drugs are an issue, you know, immigration's an issue. And it was how to solve those that was the biggest difference. Now, it's to the point where we can't even agree that there's an issue. You know, the Republicans say that there's an issue with Obamacare, and the Democrats say that there is no issue with Obamacare. I mean, Republicans say there's an issue with immigration, and the Democrats say there is no issue with illegal immigration. I mean, it's like we can't even agree upon the issue that's plaguing the United States, let alone being able to even sit down and address the solution to the issue. And it's very disheartening to see that we can't even agree upon what the issue is. So how can we face the challenges of our time if we can't agree upon what the challenges are? You know, that's the reason that America has been so successful over the last, you know, 200 years, is because we could sit down and agree that these were the problems. We just had to hack out how to address those problems. Now we can't even agree on what the problem is. You know, Black Lives Matter say that the cops are the problem. The cops say that the you know, criminals are the problem. And it's like we can't even meet because we don't even agree on what issue is ailing us. Because some of it is because pointing out statistics has become racist or bigoted. And even though those numbers can't be racist or bigoted, those numbers exist whether you're a KKK member or a Black Lives Matter member. Doesn't matter. Those numbers are those numbers, regardless of party or affiliation. And so if we can't even sit down and agree on what the issue is, how can we ever agree on a solution? So anyway, guys, I know this video is kind of off of what I normally talk about, but this has really just been weighing on me, and I'd really like some comments in the comment section. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you like my channel, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.